It's day one of living in Indiana. It has begun. We are going to be moving to Indiana, which we're going to be coming out with a whole nother video talking specifically about that and our journey going to be surrounding that, but we feel like it's the right move. It was the most difficult move to make, but we were like, if we want to be millionaires, what would a millionaire do? And the setup that we have in Indiana, for the time being, it's good. Now, we still have to figure out this whole mess of a room. And my dad's coming tomorrow to pick up everything, and I'm supposed to go with him, so we got some work to do. You know, I was so excited to have this place when we first started looking at it. Aspirations for that extra room being like a content creation studio where we can film our podcast. It's such a big wall with availability for our closets, and it was just so much space even for two people living in New York. And I mean, it had its downsides with being on the first floor when you come in the building, so like everyone walks past ours to go to their apartments. There has been some like water damage since we have a basement unit. Little minor inconveniences, but we've really enjoyed it. We've now come to a point where it seems to be a little bit outside of our budget. New York is really worth it right now, and we've just made that decision to move back to Indiana because we think that if we want to be millionaires, if we want to save money, if we want to do all the things we say we want to do, this just isn't realistic. This place is just too expensive. We were like, we love New York so much, we want to stay. The studios, the one bedrooms, everything just didn't seem worth it, and that's our main concern with New York right now is it just doesn't seem worth it. Like that dream that we had when coming here, being like, oh, we're gonna meet so many people, we're gonna do so much. And don't get me wrong, we did do that in the beginning, but the state of New York is not the same. I don't like how I have to be ever more vigilant on the subway systems. I don't like how walking outside the door, it seems like you have to spend at least $10 to $20 a day. So glad to take a breather for a second. I mean, I know I'm gonna have the mental strain of living with my parents again, but I'd honestly take that right now over what we have in New York because I'm only eating one meal a day. I'm only working out maybe like once or twice a week. The jobs are a little bit more lucrative than the jobs in Indiana, but I think I'm gonna just take a break for a second when I go to Indiana. Like I have some money still saved up and things are a lot cheaper there that I'm really thinking maybe for a month. I just don't want to work full time. I want to really work on my body, work on my health. I just feel like I'm not feeling fulfilled. Like I feel like I'm always missing the mark. I'm not doing as much as my neighbor. I like the competition aspect of like having other people drive me in New York. I'm just so tired now. A little bit of a break. I'm not saying I'm giving up. I don't like the path that I'm going down right now, and that's why I'm making such drastic changes. And it's a hard decision, but it's a necessary decision. We have big plans, and I know we always say we have big plans on the channel and we never say anything about them, but that's because we don't want people knowing about them yet. We want to put actions into motion in order to seem like we actually are following through with those plans. So I just wanted to collect my thoughts as I keep packing more and more stuff because it is kind of sad. Like I'm not just leaving this apartment, but I'm leaving New York. I'm just not coming back for a minute, and it's a little sad, and it's a little I don't know excited but sad. all the different emotions.
You guys had it together. You're definitely at the top of the list right now, but when you said, well, you came
As you can still see, we have some like furniture and
say,
some other stuff that we still need to take care of, but I think we're just gonna give that away to either friends or we're gonna try to sell on Facebook Marketplace. But regardless, all the important stuff is now out, which means we can just relax for at least a week more before we have to start worrying about everything else and the cleaning and making sure we get our security deposit back. I got sick. I got really sick, and I know it's just a bug. Like, I didn't go to any urgent cares or anything. I knew it wasn't COVID. Like, I feel like it was just me sleeping in the wrong position for too long, and I had a fan blowing in my open mouth, and it just, one thing led to the other, and I just so congested and so like pressure in my head for the past 2-3 days. So I haven't been recording much, but I'm feeling a lot better. I coughed up this like nickel to like quarter sized booger, and I just felt it. I felt there was something up there. Huge. It was absolutely huge. I could not believe that came out of my body. Because I don't know what it is about city air lately, but it does not feel good. Air just feels like thick and heavy. Like it feels like polluted air. Ever since the Canada wildfires, I've felt that way. Like the air, I've been hanging out with her family a lot, been going out to eat, like family dinners. It's been a really good time lately, and I haven't had to lift a finger all week because now we're about to go into the weekend. I don't think we're going to go out. I think we're going to have such a nice, peaceful weekend, which kind of sucks because it's one of our, last weekends here in New York before we make that big move to Indiana. But we just need a rest. While being sick, I was on like this TikTok spiral of just watching TikToks after TikToks after TikToks. So my screen time lately has been awful, atrocious, really, really bad. I want to live a simple life. Like if I could go off to an island, learn how to make my own food, learn how to like live a sustainable lifestyle, I wish I could do that. I wish I could escape all this. But those are my 2 cents. Thanks.
I bought my own little blue box. Ready? Are you ready?
We are packing up our final things. How are you feeling?
Stress.
We still have to get out like 1 or 2 more trash bags. We're gonna spend a bag to get all the stuff back up because we do not want to try to get this on the we literally can't get this on the train. So we're gonna be taking an Uber XL. We have stuff to do tomorrow that I don't even know if I'll have time to vlog with, but we're trying to take it one step at a time. The only thing I am worried about is this clothing rack. And multiple people who came to see the place actually really liked it. Just lazy and we didn't want to take it down, so hopefully we can be like, hey, people were asking us to leave this up, so that's what we did for it. This is the end of our New York era. I mean, it's 5 a.m. and we haven't slept today. How you feeling? All right.
It's so annoying in the airport.
You're annoying in the airport.
No, you are.
A lot has happened since moving here. I mean, we took the last weekend of July to come, and I mean, look, I feel like I'm already 4 or 5 shades darker. I mean, I was pale. It's been nice. We had a family reunion this past weekend. A lot of my older cousins have been having kids. Felt like I should really start taking a look into the family group chats because I didn't know a couple of their names and I felt really embarrassed. Overall, it was a great weekend, but you know, there's always those uncles and cousins and aunts that just kind of get on your nerves. Family is hard sometimes. I never was really like close with my cousins, mostly because they're older, but it's all formal. And there's a real difference between like formal family and like family. Formal family, it's like you're just going to events with each other, like you have each other's backs. Then there's like family. Those type of family members are the ones that like you're checking in on. You're wondering what they're doing, who they're talking to, what their hobbies are, who are like my family members, and then who are my formal family members. So yeah, overall, really great weekend. I was glad I saw everyone. It's officially our first day living in Indiana all by ourselves. We don't have any family members up here. My neighbor was making noise and I was worried that they were gonna catch me recording, even though I really don't care. But I think we want to settle in. We want to like change some things. So yeah, we're going to be vlogging a lot more. We're very isolated up here and thinking about new ideas and continuing to work towards the goal we set that we haven't told you about yet. But yeah, stay tuned.